Morning gang, how we doing? Hope you're well. So yeah, back with another video. It's been a while, but today's a special one because today I'm taking part in a 12-hour dartathon for St Luke's Hospice, and this is one of their charity shops behind us. Massively underfunded. They do fantastic work for terminally ill people, and we thought we'd do a bit of a charity event for them and try and raise as many funds as we can. So today, me and my teammates from the Cue Ball Club just down there, we're basically going to do a 12-hour dartathon, chucking darts for 12 solid hours and trying to raise as much funds as we can. However, before we start the fun, I think we need to go and get some breakfast, so let's head on down to a cafe and go and meet some of the boys. There we are guys, Station Cafe. Let's go and get us brekkie. And here are some of the gang, in fact all the gang. Morning guys, how are we doing? Morning all. Are you ready for his brekkie? Yes. Right pal, are you ready to throw darts? No, I'm having two. You weren't specific enough. No, I'm not going to have two, I'll just...
5 sausages, 5.
Is that all? Why is it called a belly buster? I'm joking guys, obviously. I might just have a small one. Yeah. Breakfast has arrived, guys. Looks beaut. We've got to whack on a bit of ketchup. Right gang, not gonna lie, breakfast was banging. So yeah, now that's out of the way, all filled up for the day. Let's go and crack on with some darts. So I'm delighted to say we're joined by Dennis Priestley, legend, 2-time world champ. Hi Dennis, thanks for kicking things off us today.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. I always try and do my bit for charity. All last month, I think it was Macmillan Nurses. Went to 3 or 4 shows there. And this is a worthy cause again, St Luke's.
Brilliant. Well, thanks for joining us. It's going to be, I think, busy as it goes along today, and hoping to raise quite much cash as we can, really.
Fantastic turnout. I did one in my own town last month, and there were one man and a dog came, and yet I come to this one, and it's really well attended.
Brilliant. Now, first things first, it's nearly, I believe, 35 years since you won your first world title. Can you remember much of that day and your preparation, what happened on the day?
Yeah, I can vividly. Yeah, it'll be 35 years in early January. Yeah, I turned up. I got invited because I was 22nd ranked player in the world, and that's how I actually got in. You know, it wasn't an invite or anything like that. And my first game was a guy who made the semi-finals, Swedish guy, Magnus Carris.
Oh, yeah.
Now, in them days, there were 24 players, and there was 8 already invited. Because if you made the quarterfinals in them years, you automatically came back. So that was my goal when I set off, because I looked at it, and I was due to play Phil Taylor in quarters as long as I won my first 2 games. So I played Magnus Carris, beat him 3-0. Then Bobson Eve, I beat him 3-0 from Canada. And then it was Taylor won. Well, as far as I was concerned, I'm there next year now because I've made quarters. Anyway, I'm 3 sets to 1 down, and I fought back to win 4-3 with some big finishes. So that's me knocking current champion out. And I would due to play Bob Anderson then in semi-final. Now I played Bob in a TV one, September of the year prior, 1990, and I beat him. So I knew I could do it. Yeah, so it was semi-final, and confidence was there, and I won that 5-2. And Eric Bristow were playing in the other semi against my roommate, as it happened, from Liverpool, Kevin Kenny. Anyway, Eric got the better of Kevin in the semi, and then I was due to play, obviously, Eric, the legend of darts, in the final. And everything went according to plan. I won 6-0.
Yeah. I mean, could you ever envisage winning your world title beating Eric 6-0?
Well, it was the same thing again. I'd played Eric 2 or 3 times and never lost. I beat him in final in Los Angeles, and I played him a few times. So I knew I could win. It was just a matter of whether occasion were going to get to me or not. Because it was my first attempt. And anyway, everything went to plan. I was 5-0 up at the interval, and clinched the 6th set with 3 games to 1. And I finished, and I can visualise finish now. Treble 20, single 9, double 16, 101 finish.
Nice.
But I'm saying to myself, look, I want to win, but I don't want to win in a way that it looks like I'm panicking. I wanted to go out nice and clean instead of having 6 or 7 darts at double. Yeah. So that was a pleasurable thing, as taking the 101 out to win it.
Then 94, I think it was Taylor went at 6-1 in final at PDC Worlds.
Yeah, the first World Championship. We broke away at this stage. Our actual player when we broke away were at most to lose. I'd been picked to captain England all of 1993 for the full year, and I never got a chance to do that. I was world's #1. So everything went against me, really. Anyway, we split up. And when it come to putting a world championship together, we were struggling for players in it. We had 8 groups of 3 with 24 players, round robin. We got players from America and Canada to make the 24 up. And like I said, the very first 2 sets of darts thrown in the World Championship when me and Jockey, I set off with a 140, thought, oh, that's handy, and Jockey followed with a 180.
That was nice of him.
So the very first 2 sets of darts, what were thrown, were 140, 180, which set us off on the right track. Anyway, like you said, I beat Phil 6-1 in the final. And I finished on double 8, actually, when I beat Phil.
Nice. I mean, back then, was it 16,000 for the winner?
we shared 25 grand or 25 grand we shared.
I
And
mean,
we didn't get that until months and months after.
could you imagine at the time when the split happened that in 2025 they'd be playing for £1 million at Ali Pally?
No, I never visited it. I know Barry Hearn must have seen something because he can see pound signs in his sleep. So he must have seen something. He came to a meeting with us all in Blackpool one. Says if I don't make it better within 2 years, I'll walk away. He straightened all the PDC debts up. He paid me and Phil Taylor what they owed us, and they actually gave me and Phil 400 more shares than any other players because we'd put money in. So that was good. I never envisaged it going to where it's reached. Thought it might have dropped away when Phil Taylor started dropping away from the game. But then again, a gift from the gods, we come up with Luke Littler to keep things going.
Yeah, incredible. And I mean, Premier League, you were in the early stages when Premier League started out in smaller venues, but they're playing in venues now, 10, 11,000 in likes of Germany.
Yeah, well, we did play in bigger venues. It was 207 when I played Premier League. There were a few smaller venues, but there was Sheffield Arena and a big Newcastle Arena. We've played in Aberdeen. I think the small ones was Bournemouth and maybe Brighton, where we actually played final that year. Was smaller, but yeah, we did play arenas.
It might be a daft question, but what we like playing in front of so many people, just having a game of darts, it's mad, isn't it? It's just.
Oh yeah, you see the lads what's coming through now, they know what to expect. They know it's going to be rowdy and they get on with it. But we started off from the old school type of thing where quite a little bit of quietness. But then it started getting rowdier, so we got to learn. We got to learn as we went along to cope with whistling and booing and singing as you played. And it's a great atmosphere. Anybody wants to go to a Premier League. There's 90% go for crack and atmosphere, and probably 10% like to watch darts. Which anyway, it's proved a good mix, and it's been a profitable excursion, and that's the reason they've been able to pay £1 million first prize, because of the money the Premier League generates.
And obviously you got likes of Luke Littler at minute coming through, and you got Luke Humphries.
Yeah.
Do you wish that you were just coming through yourself and taking these guys on? Or?
Well, there's an old saying, but I'm not going to say it on camera. Wishing one hand and blah 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 in other. But no, I had my time. Obviously it'd have been nice if I'd have been rewarded. Money-wise, instead of. I would have retired quite a few years earlier if the money had have been there. But I had to keep going because the financial rewards weren't great at that time.
Absolutely. Well, Dennis, cheers for coming today and setting us up, and pleasure to meet you. Cheers for that. Dennis Priestley, guys.